Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. and we are ready to rock some blocks. Who's ready to rock some block on this Friday? All right, so in this app, what I want to do, I think we ought to get the reset button to work.
Yeah.
We are counting, and we have all these counting today. A thumbs up if you guys have all these counting.
Well, for the code, I don't have jump.
You don't have jump?
For the code, yeah, football.
Okay.
We just.
And then we'll get a little bit of voice here. I'm not sure what I want to do with the voice. Maybe clear the screen, reset the game. Okay. Yeah, or move the car back to the beginning. So if they want to start here and try to move down my street without falling off. I need to improve this background and kind of like cut it off right here. I need to crop it right here so it goes more through the whole screen. You with me on that? I could do that in GIMP. So it's Friday. We got a cup of coffee in hand, and we're ready to rock some blocks. Who's ready to go?
I'm not yet.
So I'm going to go into my blocks, and remember how we created variables yesterday? We did a great job of getting all these variables to count and display. Okay. So where do we want the car to move to when we hit reset? Let's go back and look. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my car now. Picture, where's my Lambo at? There's my Lambo. So I would want my car to start.
Would you move the Sprite?
Yeah. So I'm going to reset the Sprite to be like right there. Okay. I should probably do a little bit of GIMP work here. Oh, we haven't done time today yet either? Right click. Edit this with GIMP. We haven't done time yet? Yeah, you can make sound effects. You can put as many sounds as you want. You can attach them to all those buttons. So here's my screen. What I'm going to do here is go to Windows, New Toolbox, and I'm going to crop this. Go to my crop tool, and I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to crop this. Boom, boom, boom. Then I can drive my car. File, export as. Replace that. Done. Boom. See how quick you can do that. Now you go to your background screen. Watch my background screen now. Upload, choose file. And now, you see how that road is elongated now? Okay, so now I can take this car, and I want the car to start right there. So now, if we go ahead and register that, let's get. We want this coordinate right here is 51,225. Everybody see that? Do you see how I can click on my car, my Sprite, and see how it has an XY coordinate here, 51,225? Okay, so 51,225. So when I hit the reset button, now we're ready to go work on the reset button. I'm going to go click the reset button, and I'm going to reset my Sprite. So that's my image Sprite player. And I'm going to tell it to go back to the X and Y. I'm going to set its X. Copy that and set its Y. All you have to do is pull down and get the Y here. And do you remember what coordinates I wanted to go to? 51, 225. So here I'm going to type in go to 51. And here I want to go to 225. What else should we reset? What else gets reset when you hit the reset button? Remember, we're counting, right? We're counting all these, how many times we hit each button. Do all the counts need to go back to 0? Yeah. So you're going to go get your variables. And I can just go right down the list, okay? And let me go ahead and duplicate this one so we get a 0. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate this, and then the next one is fire, duplicate this, the next one is jump, duplicate this, the next one is, do you guys see what I'm doing? Next one's left, duplicate this, the next one is right, duplicate this, the next one is up, and the time, does the time get reset? What does the time get reset to? 60 seconds. Very good. And then we'll run time here in a second. We haven't done time yet.
I think it's a set image Sprite by really go to image and then go down. The green. Save.
And then this is going to get set to 60. And then I need to take this block right here and display it. Once you reset all these, you got to display them. Are you with me? And then the next one I need to do is go ahead and set in my label text for the time. That'll be a separate one down here. And I can do a text join. I can go back to my text box, get a quote, and here I can put in here time, colon, space, just like we did yesterday. That didn't go in. Let's try it again. Time, colon, space, and then you can go back here and get your time variable. Okay, so now the time will get set back to 60. Now, should we go ahead and work on the clock now to get the clock to run? To what? This one here? Okay, it's a little big. Let me kind of, is that good?
Yeah.
All right, so while you're doing that, I'm going to work on the time a little bit. Let's get the time to run backwards. Are you ready? Okay, so we have a screen initialized here. So, and that what happens there is when you pull up the app starts to run. When the app starts to run, it initializes this. Okay, so we're going to tell it to start our clock. Okay, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to rename this clock clock game time. Why am I so small?
Wait, is it an LVO time?
The display is an LBL time. You are correct. Why is this so small? Okay, it looks kind of cool. But my idea here is that they need to drive this car. Okay, and then wouldn't it be cool, like, if you conquer this level, then you go to another level and the road gets windier? Are you with me? And then you have 60 seconds to get through the road, and then it just becomes more and more different obstacle backgrounds, and you got to go through these curves. You with me? Without falling off. That's my idea.
Can I see your blocks again?
Yeah. Okay. So here's my blocks. So we just did reset.
What was that? That's what I thought.
And by the way, we need to start the time running again. So we're going to go to clock time, and we're going to enable it to be true. Clock timer enabled to be true.
Clock time.
I need to put this at the bottom. It needs to go to 60 And then we're going to go to logic and say, okay, we're going to start the clock again. And now I'm going to duplicate this because I need this over here too. That's what I was getting ready to do up here. Why am I so big now? Can you guys see? Okay. So we're going to initialize the screen. And by the way, we could do our coordinates right here. By the way, this would have been a great place to do a procedure. Are you with me? Watch this. We could do a procedure right here. Okay, and we could call this start underscore reset underscore game. Are you guys with me on that? Because starting and resetting are similar. Does that make sense? So, like right here, see how I was kind of duplicating this? Guess what? I should take all this and put it into the procedure. You guys see that? And now, when I say reset, I should just say, okay, go ahead and start and reset my game. And then over here in initialize screen, what should I say? Start and reset my game. So that these two guys call this one big block here. And I'm not writing all this stuff over again. Does that make sense? You guys see why we do procedures? This is your second time doing procedures. Anytime you're going to start repeating something over again, make a procedure out of it one time. Write it once, and then call it as many times as you want. Okay, it's like adding a phone number to your contact list. Do you want to redial that phone number every time? No. So we put it into our contact list, so I can just say, call Lily. Call Lily and see if she's wearing Nike and Adidas today. By the way, Lily, you just made it to the video. Congratulations, you just made it to the video. All right. Who's getting this? It's all right. That's why we have videos. Rashika, that was not a good look. Are you okay? You know what you're doing? No?
Same.
What's up? What's your questions on? No code blocks? Okay, you got to go back and watch yesterday's video. Print them? Yeah, I can print them. All right, so now I guess what I'm going to do is I need to show you guys how to move the vehicle. Left, right, up, and down. Are you guys with me on that? Okay, so let's go ahead back up here and start with one of these. Okay, so we'll start with up. We need to make our sprite move up. So you're going to go down and go find your image sprite player. And
I don't have
image sprite point. We need point towards. We need heading. Call point in direction. I need to research some of these, but what you want to do is go ahead and set their X and Y. So if I'm going to move up, okay, when I move up is only moving in the Y direction. So we're going to say set Y, and we need to understand the screen coordinates here. So, okay, I'm back up and on. Yeah.
So BPH shoot, that's like shooting fire?
Yeah, it's like you're going to shoot a missile or something. We're going to have like a James Bond Lamborghini that shoots a missile. Okay. All right, so let me go get a shape here.
Oh, 4, right.
And let's say this is your screen here. Are you guys with me?
Oh.
Okay. Now let me get a pen. So this coordinate point right here is 0, 0. Okay, the top left-hand corner of your screen is 0, 0. Are you guys with me? And then your x's are going to increase going this way to the right. You guys with me on that? But now here's something weird. Your y's are going to increase going down. Okay? So let's just say we talked about the normal screen, okay? Remember this was 300 pixels and 0 here? That's 300, 0. This was 0 on the x and 400. So I increased all the way down to 400 down here. Are you guys with me? I would go 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'm moving down, getting closer to 400. That means this coordinate point right here is 300, 400. Are you guys with me on this? Okay. Now, you guys are going to have a little image sprite. That is always a box. Okay. It has an XY coordinate point. Who's with me on that? And that point of this box is the, which one? It's the top left. Everybody say top left. The coordinate point of my sprite is top left. Okay? Now, there is something called directions. You can make this sprite head in directions, and we need to know that for movement. Are you guys with me on that? You guys with me on this? Who's following me on this? Okay. These are in degrees. So this is 0 degrees. If you want to face to the right, you need to be heading, and these are headings here, okay? Or point into the direction of. Are you guys with me? There's something called point in direction. Are you guys with me on that? This is 0 degrees. This would be 90 degrees. This would be 180 degrees. Who studied math and did all these degrees before?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, 270 degrees. Okay, this is 45 degrees.
0.
This is 135 degrees. You guys with me? This is 45. This is 225 degrees. And this is 45 plus that. And this is 315. Okay, so your sprite, you can be heading in these directions. Are you guys with me on that? If you wanted it to, and by the way, we could also say this is north, this is south, this is east, okay? This is west, right? This is north, west. This is north, east. Who's with me on this? Who understands this? This is southeast, and this is southwest. And while we're on this, this is next lesson. This is the next app we're going to do. Okay. This is going to be edge 1. This is edge 2. This is edge 3. This is edge 4. This is edge -1. This is edge -2. This is edge -3. And this is edge -4. We're going to talk about that in the next app we do, more bouncing balls off these edges. Okay? So this is a quick overview on the screen and coordinates and facing and your edges. Are you guys with me on that? You need to study this a little bit so you get it. The screen is an upside down coordinate plane. So we're getting ready to go up. What am I going to have to do to my y's in order to go up? If the y's are increasing going down, what do I have to do to go up? No. Decrease the y. You got to subtract. You guys with me on that? You got to subtract. That's why I had to do this. You got to know that if my y's are increasing going down, if I want to go up, I got to subtract here. You guys with me on that? Okay. So, here we go. Back here. Now I can go back here and do this. So if I want to go up, you guys should now know you got to go get a subtraction sign. And then this is going to go get your image sprite y. All right. Image sprite y minus, and then you could subtract off whatever you want to subtract. Okay. How many pixels do we want to move? 5, 10, 15, 20? Let's go 5. So go image sprite minus 5. You guys with me on that? Okay. All right, so I'm going to copy this. What's another one that subtracts? Well, if x's are going to the right, increasing, to go to the left, so let's go find left, and I'm going to subtract going left. Where's left at? There it is. But what do I have to move at? These are going to be x's instead of the y's.
Left and right.
Okay. Left and right are x's. You're correct. So if I want to go left, I'm going to have to go, okay, this is x equal to x minus 5. Now I just went left 5 spaces.
What do you get the green image straight there? It's on your list.
It's on your list. Okay. How do I go right? How do I go right? So I'm going to go to my image sprite player. X, set x, equal to, and you're going to do math here, right? You're going to add. And you're going to add the x's. And you're going to go plus 5. Okay, so if I go down, that's adding. So I'm going to grab all this, right, and go find, oh, there's down right there. But you don't add to the x's to go down. What do you add to the x's to go down? You add y's, right? So you're going to say, okay, this is my y. This is my y. Yeah. What is z? Great question. X and y are up and down. Z is towards you and then back into the page. So you can make it come closer to you or move back into the page. Make it look like it's 3D, going away from you and into the page. You with me? Pretty neat. Okay, so I just went up, down, left, and right. Those are done. Okay. Now we didn't do the heading.
Down is plus 5?
Down, yes, down is y is equal to y plus 5. Remember? We'll go back and look here. Remember? You start at 0, 0 at the top left, and your y's increase going down. That's why you guys got to sit. At some point in time, you guys got to sit, stop this video, and look at this. Or draw it out. Better than that, draw it out. Okay? So you understand this.
Okay, adding on part or subtracting on each one.
You got to sit down on a piece of paper and draw it out. Are you adding or subtracting? Okay. Now we need to get this guy to face. So when I'm going right, let's just right here. We got right, left. We got up and down. Which direction should I be facing if I go right?
At this time, if you have any choir, orchestra, or band students who are participating in the performances today, please dismiss them from your classes to the band, choir, or orchestra room. Thank you.
So this is my car right here, right? You guys with me on that? If I turn to the right, I want this guy facing to 0 degrees. Does this make sense? I want to do this, right? Boop. I want to turn right. Are you guys with me on that? Who's with me on this? Right now, my car is facing north at 90, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I turn left, which direction do I want him to face?
What?
180. West is 180 degrees. Are you guys with me on that? If I go up, which way do I want him to face? 90. And if I go, what is this, a down? If I go down, which way should he face? 270. Who understands what I just did there? Can I get a show of hands, please? Do you understand what I just did?
Yeah.
So now let's go back and put that in code. Remember, coding's the easy part. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Coding's the easy part. This is the hard part right here. You analyzing the problem, that's the hard part, right? Anybody can go and put these numbers in, 0, 180, 90, 270, right? But the analyzing was the hard part. Me sitting down and actually stopping, slowing down and speed up, stopping, analyzing a problem, that's the tough part. And that's what people don't take the time to do. Are you with me? Only your good programmers and people that want to get paid a lot of money do this. People that want to rush through and not take the time to understand this, they don't do it, and guess what? Then they can't code. Was this that hard to do here? Was this overly impossible for anybody in this room? No. You just got to take the time, slow down and speed up, and do it, okay? So now I've got these, okay? I can always come back to this page if I forget. Let's go back here to my code blocks, and let's put in image sprite and heading 2, okay? Which way should he be heading? If I'm going right, right was heading towards, what degree measure was heading towards? Right was 0. Okay, let's go back here and look. What was right? Right was 0. You're 90 right now, right? Then I want to turn towards the 0. Right? I want to do this. Right? Left is 180, okay? So now let's go back here. Who understands what I'm doing here? I'm going to duplicate this down. Down was heading towards 270. Okay? Let's duplicate this. And left was heading towards 180. Left was 180. And let's copy this again. And what's this one up here? Up is 90 degrees. Okay? And let's go see if this works. Okay, so we were wrong in this. North is 0 degrees, left is 90 degrees, 180. We did a test on this. This now works. Okay, so let's come back here. I'm going to go to my code blocks here. I'm going to show you how to do time real quick. Okay, time is really pretty simple. So you're going to go into your clock time, and there is a timer event. And all I'm going to do here is simply, remember we created a variable in here, and we did set time, and we're going to do math on it and subtract. Okay, we're going to go to set time is equal to get my time. This is going to be my time. Minus 1. My time minus 1, and all we're going to do is set that in our display time or label. So you go to your text. This is good practice on how to put that back into a label again. So we're going to go to a join string, and you're going to go to get a quotes, and here I'm just going to say this is time colon space. Remember to put the space in, and the variables is go ahead and get my time. Okay, and then that'll go ahead and display it. Okay, and then we need to do an if statement here, because if the time gets to 0, what should happen? Yeah, game over, right? So if go get a logic. If my variable, my time, if my time, what is the problem here? It doesn't like something. I got something's error here. If my time is equal to 0, then you stop the clock. So you're going to go to game time, enabled, false, turn it off. Turn the clock off. Enabled is false. We just shut the clock down. Okay? So the clock shuts off, and then you got to hit reset. And remember, in reset, we started the clock back up. You guys remember that? Okay, so now you have the car moving. Okay? It's the primitive movement, okay? It's kind of like back at Mario, back in the old days when it would just go like block by block.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the smooth moving. We could get into that a little bit later in the year, okay? They do have built-in move twos. If you guys look into your sprites, they have move twos in there. What else can I do this? I think I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's just do text-to-speech real quick. I got to call I'm just going to do one. I'm going to do a reset. Are you guys with me? So we can just say just one, reset the game, and we'll reset the game. I have 2 minutes. I think I can get it done, okay? So I'm going to go. Do we have the voice? Yeah, we have BTN voice click. I'm going to go ahead and call my speech recognizer. Remember, like we did before. And then after the speech recognizer, I'm going to go ahead and figure out what they said. If they had a logical test, if the result was equal to reset. And I'm going to go get a text box here saying reset. And I'm just going to do one today because we've already done this, so we're running out of time. So remember my procedure? Remember my procedure call? Yeah. What was my procedure call? Start and reset. So I'm just going to hit start and reset. We've got 1 more minute. What happens if they say pause? Could they say pause? I hope it doesn't come out PAWS, right? Pause. What can we do to the clock? Yeah, you could just say enabled. Where's that enabled one we had? Where's the timer enabled at? Okay, so then you could just take this and just say, okay, stop my clock. And then I guess if we have pause, what are we going to have? You're going to have to say start, right? And then if they say start, what can we do? It's enabled back to true, okay? 8:07. All right, you guys are out the door with more. See ya. Have a great weekend. Keep calm and code on.